G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. Day 4 of the 7-week treatment program. Been a few people asking me where I'm staying and how it's going and all the rest of it. This is a room in the Shearwater Lodge run by the New South Wales Cancer Council. Subsidised motel-like accommodation. No actual stove in here, but there is a microwave. You can contrive to heat things and cook things, and there's a toaster and all the rest of it, so it's all very nice. I've got a cupboard, store your clothes, got a little fridge. We have a bathing of the room, more civilisation than I've had for 20 or 30 or 40 years. So yeah, it's all a happening thing. And of course, to take myself out of myself, I have the Tedco Discovery. Yesterday I put in about 5.9 kilometres on it. Not strenuous riding because it was raining, and it's spitting and carrying on again today, so I'll probably be staying on the bitumen, so it still won't be strenuous riding. But anyway, time to go and get out of 4 walls. Well, it helps if I turn the camera on, doesn't it? So you missed the first 200 metres. Who are golly gosh. Hello. Okay. Somebody actually doing something over there. I wonder what they're up to. Come back and have a look next round. Shit. Sounds like I better bloody go back and check on something. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Not bad. Just checking to see where I left my wallet.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, I shall return.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. That's more better. That's more better. I much prefer having my wallet where I can feel it. There, got the bastard to work. Yes. Having had one experience of losing the wallet on the bike on a private driveway, I did not want to lose it again on this one. So there you go. Everything does not go off absolutely perfectly smoothly every time on the first time. Yeah, well, it certainly does blow the cobwebs away. Reminds you to go back and get the wallet after being half asleep in the air conditioning. Okay, something fell off. Aha. Happily, we didn't scratch it. They work, but they're not perfectly secured, apparentarily. At least, not against that sort of thing. Someone making pretty good aeroplane noises up there, but can't see jack shit because of all of the clouds. Should we risk getting muddy tyres? See what these fellas are doing, supervising. Probably can't hurt. We can probably wear the mud off. Golly gosh. How good a decision was this? Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to go over there or not? Consider it pure curiosity.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Welding some pipes.
Welding some pipes. Fair enough.
Sewer goes across the creek and it's busted up apparently, so we've replaced it.
Ah. Yeah, that's a lovely mud pie.
Flash block you got there, mate.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's the entry level.
Really?
Entry level. Take away the headlights, take away the mirror, take away the bags and the tail light and the pump and the toolbox, and that's your $2,200 Trinesium entry level e-bike. If you add 3 spare batteries and a trailer and spare tyres and brake pads and all the rest of it, plus a solar panel and lead acid batteries and fit so you can charge the push bike on solar power, then $6,600.
You're obviously getting a motorbike.
Well, yesterday I racked up the 169.3 kilometres, which means it's now only $39 a kilometre. And the longer you drive it, the cheaper it gets, because the first kilometre cost me $6,600.
True story.
Yeah, well, you buy a motorbike and you got to keep buying fuel for it.
True.
And my daughter just recently, I put up 120 watts of solar panels, 4 6-volt 225 amp hour battery, so she's got 12 volts at 450 amp hours, 300 watt inverter, 10 amp battery charger. So let's just imagine that living in her tent she's got a choice between batteries and solar panels, or batteries and a generator. 800 watt generator cost her 320 bucks, burns a litre for 4 hours to put 40 amp hours into the battery. Solar panel will do that in about 4.5 hours, 6 hours of a half cloudy day. The solar panel and the solar battery charge controller would be about 200 bucks, half the price of the generator and the battery charger for that. And the $320 generator is going to burn $750 worth of fuel in a year to do what the solar panel does. So it's no longer a situation where you're better off buying something cheap that burns petrol, because it's actually cheaper to do the solar thing. But $1,200 worth of solar gear to run a $2,200 push bike. Imagine if it was a fucking Prius or a Tesla or something, you know, a $70,000 car and $50,000 worth of solar gear. But when the petrol comes out of the pipeline, shit like this is going to be all we got.
True.
So
I'll wait till it becomes not available anymore.
I don't know what the price is with all these fucking supply line problems and inflation and all the rest of it. I thought I'd turn my money into a push bike while it could still do it. Like, I'm an oddball, not a fuckwit, if that makes sense.
Seems like you're on the ball, mate, anyway.
Yeah, well,
You're ahead of the game anyway.
if you ever go on YouTube, my channel is called Warbles on a Lot.
Warbles on a what?
Warbles on a Lot.
Okay.
One word, Google it, takes you straight there.
Right.
It's a very tiny little YouTube channel. This is my camera.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Hey?
I usually charge $100 an hour for watching this stuff.
Well, you see, the channel's never ever been monetized.
Yeah.
It cost me $3 a day for me Optus connection, and I got an ancient unicorn SIM card that gives me unlimited up and downloads. So Johnny Howard said, all you cunts who are out there on the pension, you've got to do some mutual obligation. So I sit on the endangered species sanctuary and I feed the kangaroos and I think about what matters, and when I come up with a good idea I post it to YouTube and make it available. If you search the Sunfoil project, it'll tell you 54 different videos as to why you can save fuel by putting a solar panel on your car. Unload your crankshaft from the alternator drag, so you just don't burn fuel to charge your batteries unless the headlights are on. But probably the best thing I ever did for the Australian economy was I figured out a safer way to tow hang gliders behind ultralights.
Oh, yeah.
It prevents 10 takeoff crashes a year since '97. 1 fatal, 2 high quads, 3 paraplegics in wheelchairs and 4 cashed up yuppies who can afford a hang glider to frighten themselves with, who are not going to be fractured and tied up in traction for 2 years and not paying tax. So Centrelink says it's $31 million contribution per year, and they're happy to pay me the nutter's pension to sit up there and feed the kangaroos. Yeah, when you get a good idea, tell us about it, fellas. So it's technically it's freelance communism, you know, from each according to their ability, to each according to their needs. And yeah, now they're giving me fucking 7 weeks of having me head cooked in a linear accelerator and chemotherapy every Tuesday morning.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like fun, mate.
Hey, dude, have you seen The Evil Twin?
Oh, yeah.
Right, if I don't do something about that, it's going to run away and steal somebody else's motorbike.
Coming out, mate. It's coming to sit on your shoulder.
What it is, it's penance for 12 years of promiscuous lickety split from 1975 to 1987.
Okay.
Mouth cancer is a sexually transmitted disease, herpes simplex and papillomavirus. So yeah, be careful whose twat you lick.
That's right. I'm a married man, mate, so I'm good.
That's good.
Make sure she's right.
Well, what you got to be careful. The idea is to get 2 virgins to cross our eternal monogamy, and they can do whatever they bloody like because they're not bringing in any crap from elsewhere. But if you hook up with somebody who's wildly more experienced than you, you're buying into their entire sexual history, and likewise for them with you. So sadly, the dickheads who told us that the sexual revolution was the way of the future, they didn't actually know what they were on about. Yeah, it's like, oopsie. Oopsie.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, well, you know, anyway. Such is life. Good luck with welding your shit pipe.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Enjoy saving money.
Yeah, well, they say cancer hates exercise, so it can't do me any harm to hang around here on the,
Exactly right.
you know, like, otherwise what are you going to do, sit in the fucking motel room between going and getting filled full of poison and having your head cooked?
Oh, fuck that.
But it's fascinating because the beam's coming so close to my eye, I can fucking see the field effects of the Cherenkov radiation tickling the optic nerves. It's like all the Robert Heinlein novels you read as a kid, you know?
All the things that I've got to look forward to.
I don't know. Did you go in for promiscuous lickety split? Can't disclose that, okay. Anyway, have fun, fellas. Oh, that was an interesting little interlude. Let's hope we didn't bugger the bike with too much water on it. A little bit of human interaction. I suppose I might go over and have a look at that other car park, eh? Thanks, mate. Look, we've got a whole new car park to play in. Woohoo, look at this. Oh yes, I'm glad I came over here. Bigger. Looks like it fills up earlier too. Bloody hell, look at that. Over there, there's an actual friggin' racetrack of some kind. don't think they're actually supposed to park there. Yeah. I wonder what this place used to be before it was a car park. Yep. Yep, that's what this is. Yeah, well, I got married too, but anyway. Bit of a peril of riding around with a bloody microphone live. I talk to myself and replay bits of conversations, and you guys are going to cop them. Such is life. Right. Oh, oh. Nearly got one. Slow over the reflector shaker. Right. Gotta be done. Starting to cool off. Right. Now I get free treatment. Right? How are you? All right. I'm just avoiding the speed bumps. Oopsie, wrong way through the mental health ward. Right? Right? How are you? At some point I will figure out how to get out to the airport, assuming that I get motivated to do that before I get too bloody tired and fatigued from being here for too long and getting treated for too long. Which way are you going, boss? As the architects have made the car parks narrower, the motor car designers have made the cars get bigger and fatter and more luxurious. And so people have a harder and harder time fitting them into the spaces. Hello. You could nearly call this bloody video Warbles trying not to go stir crazy in Coffs Harbour. The car cost me $6,500 and the bike cost me $6,500. I think I'm getting a lot more use out of the bike at the moment than the car. A big car park. So that's where the runway aligns with. So out over there is the airport. I have great hopes and plans of toddling along out there. With my tripod and my camera and my binoculars, and we'll see what sort of 50 power telephotos we can get in the circuit area before some fucking lunatic decides to report me as a potential terrorist or something. She's a bit more staid after 7.5 kilometres. It will still get up to 26, but takes a while doing it. Mate. These people probably all think I'm friggin' mad. Bloody wish this thing had blinker lights though. Let people know which way I'm going. Because you're so bloody busy you haven't got time to take your hands off the handlebars. To make hand signals. If you brake on the one side and you throttle on the other side and your bloody wing mirrors. Right. One more short lap around here and come up to 10 k's and that'll do it for the day. I must admit I'm kind of surprised that I haven't been pinged by the bloody hospital security guards. Right. The linear accelerators are in that great big concrete box. The other end of this building is where the chemotherapy goes in. have a go at getting another self-portrait in the mirrored glass. There we go, that's what we look like. And now back to have a look at YouTube, listen to the radio, sit in the air conditioning, make a cup of coffee. Listen to the aeroplanes taking off and flying overhead. We will come in with dry tyres today. Okay. 179.4, 43 minutes, max 28, average 14. Right. Turn it off. Turn that off. Turn that off. And there you go. We'll find what blows the cobwebs out of his mind for the 10K ride. Ciao.